Have you ever reached a point where you start questioning if you're even you anymore? Like your body is awake, but your mind just isn't there? That was me for years. And honestly, I didn't tell anyone because I just thought it was stress. But it was so much more than that. I remember this one morning specifically. I woke up and felt like my entire soul was wrapped in this thick, heavy fog. It wasn't sadness, it wasn't depression, it was just this heaviness. It felt like I'd lost some inner spark that I didn't even know I had, and it just kept getting worse. My intuition? Gone. My energy? Drained, for absolutely no reason. My sleep was horrible. My focus was scattered all over the place. And mentally, I just felt so disconnected from myself. The worst part was that nobody understood. People would say things like, "Oh, just meditate," or "Have you tried yoga?" Or maybe you just need to take a break. And believe me, I tried everything. Meditation, supplements, affirmations, grounding exercises, journaling. I listened to every single third eye activation audio I could find on YouTube. But nothing worked. Nothing even made a dent. I felt so frustrated and completely lost. It was like I was watching my own life happen from behind a glass wall. And I honestly started to think, maybe this is just what adulthood is. Maybe this is what life becomes. Until something really strange happened. I was scrolling late one night, half asleep, totally burnt out, and I saw people talking about something I'd never really taken seriously before. The pineal gland. At first, I rolled my eyes. It sounded way too woo-woo, too out there for me, but then I kept seeing it pop up. Article after article. From places like Harvard and the University of Michigan, neuroscience studies. All talking about how environmental toxins, stress, EMFs, and even the water we drink can slow down the pineal gland. And how that directly affects your intuition, sleep, focus, energy, basically your entire inner world. Everything I had been dealing with, it hit me like a punch to the gut. Maybe the problem wasn't my mindset. Maybe the problem was biological. So I started researching, obsessively. But every method I found seemed so extreme. Things like fasting for days, 40-plus minute meditations, really complicated diets, and supplements I couldn't even pronounce. I remember thinking, how is the average person supposed to do all of this? I was exhausted just reading about it all. And honestly, I gave up. I stopped searching. Then one day, on a random Reddit thread, I saw people mentioning something natural, something that supposedly supports the pineal gland without all the spiritual theatrics. Just a simple blend of herbs, nothing crazy. And that's where I first heard about Awaken XT. I didn't believe it. I didn't trust it. But I kept seeing people talk about the specific ingredients: chaga mushroom, chlorella, amla extract, iodine, turmeric, burdock root, and schizandra. It wasn't about hype or miracles. It was about actual ingredients that support clarity, detox, energy balance, and yes, the pineal gland. So I thought, screw it. What do I have to lose? I don't want to sound overly dramatic here, but that very first week, it felt different. It wasn't some spiritual awakening with angels singing or fireworks going off. It was just small, subtle things. I started waking up without that heavy fog. My dreams became vivid again. My intuition felt sharper. My focus stopped scattering. I felt present. It was like my mind had finally plugged back into my body. After years of feeling so disconnected, I felt like myself again. And listen, I'm not saying this is some magic pill. I'm not here to tell you it'll give you superpowers or open a portal in your forehead, but for me, it felt like someone finally turned the lights back on inside my brain. The bonus audios that came with it were surprisingly powerful too. Especially the one for intuition, it put me in a state of calm focus I honestly haven't felt in years. I guess that's why I'm sharing this. Not to sell you anything. Not to hype anything up. But because if you've been feeling mentally foggy, spiritually numb, tired for no reason, disconnected, out of alignment, or like your inner voice is gone, then I just want you to know you're not crazy, you're not broken, and you are not alone. You don't have to live like that forever. Sometimes the thing that's stealing your clarity isn't emotional, it's biological. And sometimes the right blend of natural support can be enough to flip the switch back on. That's what Awaken XT did for me, quietly, gently, and honestly. And that's all I wanted to say. Thanks for listening.